Well, it's that time again. Welcome back to another video. I'm out on another late night call out. Also in this one we have two blockages, of course, at the hospital. I hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, please leave a like, leave a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Enjoy.
If you like this video, give a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe at the end.
So this is a customer I know quite well. He works for a company that we've done a lot of work for many years ago, and he rang us up because his manhole's blocked in his garden at home. So I thought this would be a nice simple job, so I stuck the spear jet on and thought let's jet downstream from here and try and clear it.
Yeah, it seems to be that like a verge going through the middle there. I tried to tap around to see if there's any other going into it as well, but I couldn't see anything.
So the odd thing with this one is when you push the hose down, it's hitting into something. Now, I didn't know whether that was a bend, another chamber, it could be it dropping into the main. But the odd thing is I could hear it through the ground.
I can hear the knocking just right where I'm standing, yeah.
So we've got the spear jet on, so let's stick the jetter on and hope for the best.
Oh, what's going to happen?
Oh, I don't want to flood it. That's what we got. God, blimey. Well, it looks like it's going to be one of those jobs that floods everywhere. But when I turned the jetter off, the levels did start dropping back down. There's something a bit more to this. Because I hadn't tried it yet, I thought it might be a good idea to try and plunge this one and see if I achieved anything that way.
There is. Right. There goes the T.
At this point, I thought it was either a T going into the main line or a 90 bend because I managed to jam the rod on it and couldn't pull the rod back out. Just what you want this time of night.
Put the rod on something.
I did think maybe the problem was the jet and hose being in there, so I thought I'd pull the jet and hose out the way and see if that frees up the rod. I also decided to put another rod on and tighten it on there to see if I can give the rods a bit of a twist to free them up.
One bit's twisted, let's pull the rod back hard. Okay. Oh, do you want tea or coffee now? I should have asked you earlier.
I wouldn't say no to a coffee.
Yeah, I'll get a kettle on now.
Yeah. So don't worry if you're not making one, but...
Of course, coffee is the most important bit when you're doing a job, so yeah, you've got to have coffee, ain't you?
Fair enough.
The rod did?
Yeah, a bit of a twist and it's flown out.
I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting that rod to come out that easily. But getting the rod out hasn't solved our problems. So I'm thinking we need to do a bit more jetting. This time I'm going to try it with a smaller jet. I'm going to use just a normal 3-back forward facer and see if that'll go around the bend or chamber or T or whatever it is we're hitting into here.
Problem is I don't want to completely flood your garden.
No, I know. It's fine. I'll worry about that another time.
That scared me to death, that dripping there. That's hard, whatever that is.
It is, isn't it? That's what I thought earlier. It's going down now. Oh, I don't know.
I reckon there is another chamber there, you know?
Yeah?
Because now I can hear that jet there.
Okay.
And that's dropped, so it means it didn't come down filling up this chamber.
Now, I wasn't 100% sure there was a chamber here, but I could definitely feel it in the ground here. Which, at this point, I didn't know again whether that was a bend, whether that's the main drain, or whether that's a chamber. It was a bit of an odd one, but as you can see, it's still filling up, and I can't get the jet past whatever that is. We did a little bit of poking around, and we did actually lift the slabs as well to see what was under there, and yeah.
I really want it to start coming up through the ground. It never does. You want it to.
No.
Really want one of those little listening sticks. It's one of those I just can't be 100% sure on it.
The thing that was throwing me was as soon as I switched the jetter off, the levels dropped back down. They never got any lower than they were when I first got here, but yeah, clearly something was going on here. And we needed to find out why, and we needed to get this drain clear. And it's one of those, I didn't want to give up on it, because obviously it's a block drain, and it needs clearing.
Problem is, that's one of those you can dig a hole there and not find nothing.
No, that's it. Yeah, yeah. It's poop.
And of course, the minute I switched the jetter off, the levels dropped back down again.
So that it drops.
At this point, I'm thinking the main drain's blocked. It has to be. Or there's another chamber. So I squeegeed the sewage back into the hole, and we popped the slabs up to see if we could find anything underneath it. On the plus side, because the levels kept dropping, we weren't completely flooding the place. It wasn't ideal flooding it, but there's not really a lot you can do about it in this situation. Now, we didn't find anything under the slabs. Now, what I'm going to do this time is try a 3-back jet. Now, this jet's a bit more pointy than my other one. And at this point, I was just trying anything to try and clear it.
Yeah.
Hopefully this time we're going to get somewhere with it. Fingers crossed.
Hello, hello.
Huh? Has it gone through? Oh, you got around the corner.
Question is, how many miles am I going to get this for?
So I'm definitely thinking this is a blocked main now because, yeah, the jet just kept going and going. I was just happy to get it past that point because, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think I was going to clear this one.
Oh God.
God, keep going.
No, you know, anything from now on is a bonus.
Yeah.
No.
Don't let me pull that jet all the way out.
No.
I've done that before. I've gone, yeah, I've cleared it. I pulled the jet out. I can't get back around there.
Yeah. How many metres has that gone so far? That's a lot of metres now.
That's way past your.
So at this point, I definitely say it's the waterboard's problem. Now, I've got the jet this far, so I thought I might as well carry on going and try and clear it. Now, like I said, this could be referred to the waterboard. I'm going to try and clear it because I know the customer, I like the customer, so I really want to clear this for him. He could call the waterboard out, they could take 4 hours to attend this, it could be flooded absolutely everywhere. But the thing is as well, what you can do, what they don't tell you, is you can claim money back from the waterboard if it turns out to be their problem. Now, don't ask me how you do it, but I know people that have done it. So I'm going to put all my details down on the ticket for what I've done, how far I've jetted and all that. And yeah, he's going to try that.
So see if I can get like a drainage blueprint map and find out what, you know, how it was all fitted around here. I mean, it's because it's baffling.
So I pulled a bit more hose off the van and kept jetting.
We'll try again. But yeah, I'm thinking this is more than just yours blocked. It's either that or I'm pushing something down the line, one or the other.
How many metres maximum have you got on this big pipe?
100 metres.
Alright,
I got a feeling this could be the blockage, you know?
wow. Or not?
The jet just kept going and going.
Yeah.
I honestly can't believe how far away this blockage was.
I'll give that a go again.
Yeah, okay. God.
I just wonder if there's a manhole right down the far right, like on the end of the run.
Yeah. Did you feel which way it went when you went around? No. No.
I'm guessing that way.
Yeah.
I can't see nothing on the end of the radar.
No, that's it. Okay.
Interesting, it's dropped.
Oh.
I've just turned it back on and it's dropped.
Yeah,
So that might...
yeah, when I first opened it earlier, like that's the level it was. Well, it was a little bit higher than that, actually. The level was.
I reckon that's clear. Come on, keep going, keep going.
Please, please. Go, please.
Yes. Go for that.
I was so happy to see the bottom of this chamber.
No fire, Nate. I just want to get a picture of that in a minute, if you don't mind now. Yeah. That's going away lovely.
I dragged all the hose out and led it down the road. Now, I make it that the blockage was 43 metres away. So yeah, definitely a blocked main and not just my customer's blocked manhole. Because 43 metres is an awful long way to jet for a blockage. Now, there may be manholes further down that may have been easier to get to. But the time of night this was, I didn't want to get around knocking on people's houses. Or even getting him to get the water board out, which could have took a lot of time.
Sounds promising.
Yeah.
It's good to me.
Yeah.
Well, let's give this a little bit of a wash down. The customer is going to get hold of some disinfectant and splash that about in the morning. But for now, I'm going to wash down the worst of this to make it a little bit healthier. Because, yeah, you don't want to walk out your door in the morning to have the sewage left there from the night before. But, to be honest, it wasn't horrendous. It was quite liquidy what had come up. So, not the worst cleanup in the world. With that job finally done, I headed home. So the next two jobs are the hospital the next day. Well, apparently the maintenance team have been up here and they've diagnosed this as being blocked in manhole. This is our manhole cover. And doesn't this look fun to get up? Looks like a job for the cover-up key. If you haven't seen this tool before, essentially it's a sliding hammer for lifting covers with. I've done a full review on this on my channel, so go check that out if you haven't seen it already. It's got up a lot of covers that I've struggled with. And yeah, this cover is proper seized in. You can actually see the frame moving. It's so rusted. But I'm fairly confident we can lift it. The trick with this key is don't go too heavy-handed with it. Just go a little bit at a time, just keep hammering away at it, and eventually it will pop. I don't really like doing this, but this cover is so rusted together. I'm just going to give it a little pry on this corner, just to help the cover up key along a little bit. So I think it is mostly free. If you look along the bottom edge, you can see where it's lifted a little bit. So someone has already tried prying it previously in this corner, so I thought, yeah, why not just give it a little pry in this corner, and just like that, it popped up. Yeah, I think most of that was down to the cover-up key. But, yeah, just needed that little bit just to pop it that last little bit. And sat right there under the cover is our blockage. So perfect, we can get the jet here, give that a wash down, and get this flowing. I'll tell you what, isn't it nice to see part of the hospital that we haven't seen before? Downstream from here, it's holding a little bit of water. Now I'm suspecting this line is really flat, but I thought I'd just run the spare jet through it anyway, just to be double sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just a flat run. Now, it's one thing being able to lift the cover. The next fun bit was getting the cover back in the hole that it had come out of. How's it going? After a lot of hammering, I eventually got it back in the hole and level. So it was on to the next job, still at the hospital, and we've got another block manhole. This one here. Looking back at it now, I'm not even sure why I brought the van round here, because they had a hose pipe here, they had a tap here, and they also had some rods here, so I didn't even use anything out of my van other than the manhole key and my GoPro. probably worth saying, a lot of the time the maintenance staff clear this drain themselves. With this one, it was out of their working hours, so they would have had to get the on-call guy to do it, and I was already on site, so it made sense for me to come around and clear this blockage. Sorry that I'm using the wrong tool for this. I know rarely this is a job for a pry bar, but it was just easier to use the manhole key that I already had out of the van. All that's left to do now is give this a bit of encouragement with the rod, and then it should all flow away nicely, hopefully. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did like it, please leave a like, leave a comment, I'll try and reply back to you, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. It really helped me out. I'm trying to get this channel as big as possible, and every single one of you counts. Now, reversing out of here would be a lot easier if my parking sensors weren't going absolutely mad because one of them is pointing straight at the floor. So hopefully that's getting fixed soon. And apparently I'm going to get a courtesy van or hire van. So yeah, you might see a different van for a little bit, hopefully. And get this one fixed. Once again, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.
Please like and subscribe and leave a comment.